Okay, for this tutorial we're going to be looking at the RailRevolve tool this time. It's pretty similar to the Revolve tool, except this one you can get a little bit more organic with it. So let's go ahead and get started. At first, you'll want to start from possibly your top view. So like what you'll be doing, similar to a sweep 1 or a sweep 2, is create a rail. You can do a full circle one, like a normal one, and then we'll do one off to the side here. Actually, let's just do one at a time here. Keep this one in the middle, and then we'll go to our front view and create our profile. I have midpoint or near or in selected, so it'll attach to my rail here. And then we can sort of just make a really weird sort of shape like this, pretty big too. It doesn't have to be a closed curve. It could be open, similar to the Revolve or the Revolve tool. And then from here, we're going to do RailRevolve, and then hit enter. It'll select profile curve, so we'll select this and hit enter. Well, let's do this again. RailRevolve. Select that. Then it'll ask select the rail, which will be our circle here, and then the start of the axis. Let's go back to our front view, and then click just straight down the middle, and there we go. And then it'll automatically revolve for you, so you don't have to click full circle or anything like you would the Revolve tool. But you can see it kept to the restraints of the rail that I have here for the bottom part. So that's just a sort of an addition or something a little bit different than with the simpler Revolve tool, where the Revolve tool just like follows whatever profile that you have. This will keep the restraints to this circle that you have for your rail. So it's a little bit more selective, I guess, in your drawing and your diagrams and stuff like that. So if you have like specific measurements that you want to restrain to, using this may be a little bit better for you. But let's delete this, and let's go ahead and just delete our profile too while we're at it. And then let's go back to our top view, and let's do what the RailRevolve is probably more specific about, is doing like an organic shape as your rail. So it doesn't have to be a fully symmetrical circle. So you can get like pretty crazy with this. So I don't have like a fully symmetrical circle. I have most of the drawing over here on the right side rather than the left. And then I go back to my front to draw to my rail here. Let's go back to this curve tool, and then instead of it selecting the midpoint, it gave me the near selection, and then we're just going to draw something like that. I think that's probably good. Now the thing that you definitely want to make sure of is to sort of keep things in the middle still, even though this isn't a symmetrical piece. So like this side, since most of my rail is on the right side, this side's going to have like a sort of a more dramatic slope rather than on the left side. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let's run the rail tool again, RailRevolve. Select the profile, select the curve, and then the start axis. Let's go back to the front view to do this. So if I kept it right here in the middle, like I did the other one, you can see like now I do have sort of a slope of some sort, but everything is still sort of in the middle. And that's where when you're using this tool, you'll want to work in the middle of this axis. So if I were to go back to my front view, let's run the RailRevolve again. Select my profile. And then instead of doing my start of rail axis right here on my Z axis, I'm going to offset it a little bit. Maybe let's do 20 millimeters off the side. And you'll see the difference there. So now it sort of has shifted more to the other side, and you can see the difference between those just using the same profile and just sort of shifting the middle or the axis to split the object in. It'll give you a different sort of object there. And that's sort of the difference between the RailRevolve and the Revolve tool, is that you can get more organic with the shapes that you create there. And that's pretty much it. So just give this a little try and practice with it and get used to it, because it's kind of a little bit more of an advanced tool than the simple RailRevolve, or the Revolve tool, excuse me. But yeah, just get some practice with it and you should be okay.